Hey guys, this is Landon. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I just kind of wanted to take a second this morning and talk about a gun that has kind of revolutionized me as a shooter. And I'm a big advocate for you don't know me, but I'm a big advocate for knowing how to shoot really any gun that you can put in your hand. And that was just something that I was always taught, whether it's a SIG or a Glock or a staccato or whatever the hell that you put in your hand, that you can utilize that weapon and you can make good use of it and shoot good groups with anything. Doesn't matter, you throw me an old 1911 and a new 1911, a 2011, whatever the case might be, and be able to get my hands on that gun, get a good grip established, and be able to put shots on target very accurately, very fastly. But the gun that I want to talk about today is something that kind of stumbled into my lap. It turned into a good deal. I don't think I would have ever purchased this gun if it wasn't such a good deal. But the gun that I'm talking about today is the CZ Shadow 2. And this is, this is a uncleaned, just raw version of, me pulling this gun out of my safe this morning. And it's particularly, it's not too bad, but it's pretty gross on the inside, more or less, because I shoot the junk out of it. And how this happened was I work at a car dealership, and a buddy of mine kind of messaged me, and he was like, hey, they got this guy selling this gun. And so, I kind of did some research, and I never really did the CZ thing. I always was like, pretty mainstream guy, like, Glock, SIG, stuff like that. Smith & Wesson, guns that are, they're very reputable guns. They're good guns. And so I never had really ventured out into something like a CZ, and never really kind of entertained it. They're not really like, the most readily available gun. You just show up at like Academy and there's just a CZ Shadow sitting on the, or any CZs really at that rate. So I kind of did some quick little research. The guy was selling the gun, and I was like, okay, so there is this, guy selling this gun. The gun looks like it's about, 12, 13, maybe $1,400, something like that. So I was like, I'm just gonna, I don't know, just rattle it off. I was like, I'll go to the bank and get you $800 right now. And he was like, okay. And I was like, all right. So I went and I got the cash, and here we are today, not knowing what that would, turn into. And I will tell you one thing, that after shooting this gun, and, trust me, I've shot plenty of, high-end guns, staccatos, Nighthawks, what have you, out there, Atlases, so I've kind of shot, a lot of guns. But I will tell you, for me specifically, and this isn't for everybody, this isn't for everybody, this is just a me thing, the weight distribution on this gun jacked me up in a good way. And I have shot this gun, you can probably tell, so like my fiber optic up here is just like worn out, like I need to get a new one. Because I have just been shooting the junk out of this pistol because I just enjoy it that much. And I'll tell you what CZ has done here is they have, essentially made a pistol that is out of the box, just so balanced and so designed for the action of, accurate shooting. It is just phenomenal. It kind of just lives up to all the hype. I went to a gun course, and people were calling me hipster for having the gun. I didn't know that was a thing. And so I kind of looked into it, and essentially it's kind of like, the CZ has become like a buzz because it's a really decently designed gun. CZ did a really good job with the CZ Shadow 2. And I've kind of dabbled with some of the other ones, but really the Shadow 2 is kind of where we go. And I have a buddy that has one of the orange ones, by Cajun Gunworks, and his is exceptional gun as well. I haven't gotten anything customized on mine because I shoot limited 10, or shoot limited, with no optics or anything like that. But I will tell you one thing that I love about this gun is that it has a lot of weight to it. And the good portion of the weight is kind of in the front here, where they've I can kind of tell that, you know, one of the biggest things that they wanted to make sure is that whenever you shoot this gun, that it, you know, remains really flat shooting. And what I mean by that is they kind of weighed down the front, you know, section here with more of the weight. So if you were to hold the gun, you know, just like this, it kind of has a little droop to the front, heavier than a lot of my other guns. I mean, like, you know, by and far heavier than my Glock and, you know, SIG and stuff like that. But I'll tell you one thing is I really like the slide profile. It rides on the inside. There's these little rails on the inside, so it rides on the inside, the profile, so it makes it really smooth. And I'll tell you, notice the slide, how thick the slide is. It's not really thick, it's lack thereof of thickness. So whenever this metal is coming back, you know, whenever we shoot this gun and it recoils back, there's not a lot of material pushing back to make this, you know, pistol get off per se. So it's a very, very, you know, just out of the box, CZ has created a very, very flat shooting pistol, you know, and we have some, you know, adjustable rear sight and a, you know, a hammer, you know, so whenever you're shooting competitions with this gun, you know, you have to start with, you know, the safety on and, you know, from your holster, and you can't be, you know, safety off out of the holster. So, but I will tell you one thing is that for whatever reason, when I put my hands on this gun and I started, you know, shooting it and getting better and practicing with this, it kind of just opened me up to a whole new world of just, I mean, man, there are, you know, other brands and other guns out there that are just so phenomenal that they just, they make you better. And it just didn't make any sense to me because, you know, like I said, you're supposed to be able to pick up any gun and at any time and shoot a good group with it, which I can. You know, I've gotten to that point where it doesn't matter, you know, what, yeah, as long as the gun's not having a malfunction or anything, you know, within reason, I'm gonna shoot a really, really good group because I have really, really good pistol, you know, fundamentals now. But I will tell you this gun started that for me. And, you know, taking training seriously and spending money on training and, you know, making it kind of hurt your wallet a little bit, you know, with the amount of training that you do, makes you take it serious. And it makes you want to be better, you know, at something like this. But I just kind of wanted to come and let you guys know, I mean, if you're looking for something that's, you know, about $1,000 pistol that you can shoot, that's gonna, you know, work wonderfully, not jam. I mean, maybe one malfunction from a, you know, stupid dud round because I was shooting some really, you know, crap ammo. Maybe. I don't even think that I would have considered a jam because I finished like a course, you know, or a competition stage that I was shooting, and it was like the last round, and so I didn't really even count it. But I mean, I got a lot of rounds through this gun and nothing bad to say. So I just wanted to come and tell you guys that the CZ Shadow 2 is the real deal. I mean, the gun practically does it for you, and especially, I mean, if you're looking for something, you know, if you're looking for a pistol platform to, you know, really get better, and you're looking for a pistol platform where you can really, really critique, you know, those very, very fine adjustments that not a lot of people, you know, take the time to really, you know, see where we're moving when we're pulling, you know, the trigger and applying pressure, and where these little things are happening, you know, all the way fine-tuned like that. I think that the CZ Shadow 2 is just a phenomenal, you know, candidate for something like that. So with that being said, you know, if you have any questions about the CZ Shadow 2, or, you know, if you wanted to maybe see some more pictures of it or something like that, or maybe see a couple of videos of it in action, you know, comment below, email me, you know, Facebook message me, whatever the case might be. And I'd love to share, you know, a little bit more about the pistol. And, I mean, it is just a phenomenal piece of machine. So, thank you. I hope you guys, you know, kind of enjoyed that video today. I'm going to be making a little bit more videos of, you know, stuff that surrounds, you know, the gun culture and stuff like that, because I want this to be something that is, you know, an open topic. It's not something that is talked about super widely. And if you have any questions about products and, you know, stuff like that, it's sometimes hard to find that information and sift through you know, who has the best information about XYZ. Just stop on over, drop a comment, and, you know, maybe we can get you the answers you're looking for. And hopefully what we'll do is we'll make you a better shooter, and we'll make you even safer than you were before. Thanks, guys.